Hi, it's Nell. And I say hi, it's Nell because my business is Joyous Garden, and some people call me Joy. But my name is Nell, and welcome to my potting table. Today I am going to be repotting my Hoya variegata rubra, called variegated Hoya, and my Hoya obovata, which has no common name that I know of. So stick around to find out how I do it, when I do it, and the mix I use. So if you love things about gardening and houseplants and succulents and bromeliads and pruning and repotting, be sure to subscribe because I upload a video every week here at YouTube. And there's a lot in the archives for you to go back and peruse. And if you aren't new, I say thank you. And if you are new, I say thank you. So before I start the repotting, I'm going to show you my large Hoya topiary. Love this plant. And I've already done a video and a post about repotting Hoya, but it was called Repotting My Large Hoya Topiary. And most of you do not have a Hoya this size. So that's why I want to do the video with the smaller hanging Hoyas as opposed to the topiary. But as you can see, this one is doing just beautifully. I just gave it a little pruning actually. It was getting a little wild. So here are the ingredients for the Hoyas. I have charcoal, which I just always happen to have on hand. That sweetens the soil, also adds in drainage. You know me with my worm castings. Ocean forest potting soil is my potting soil of choice. There's my DIY succulent and cactus mix, which I have a recipe for. And this is Tank's Compost. It's a local company. And that is Cocoqua, which is a eco-friendly, sustainable alternative to peat moss. So this is what is going to comprise the mix for my Hoyas. So now you've seen the ingredients I'm using for this mix. I have them all mixed up in here in the ratio of basically 1 part potting soil to 1 part succulent and cactus mix. And then I threw in a few, probably a couple scoopfuls of charcoal, about a scoopful of the Cocoqua and a scoopful of the compost. So that is what is in there, all set to go. And this is the pot that my variegated Hoya is going into. I'm going to directly plant it in here. And then it's going on this tray, oops, which is hanging. And of course, I can scoot it back. So there'll be a room for a couple more plants on the tray also. Ooh, I always love it when I make room for more plants. And this is going in my newly remodeled kitchen, which I'm going to be doing a tour of my house and houseplant soon. I just have to find somebody who knows how to film indoors because I'm not good at the lighting and all that. But a viewer suggested that they would like to see that, what exposures I have my plants in, so it might be helpful to you. And now moving on to my Hoya obovata. So this I've had for 3 years. The soil is down a bit. It just doesn't look that good. And my obovata is starting to look on the pale side. It looks, I like it when it's a darker green, which it naturally or normally is. So I'm going to pot it into this plant. I'm going to pot it into this plant. I'm going to pot it into this pot. And with the new soil, and it's also going to have worm compost, it should be just fine. And even though it's been in this pot for 3 years, it's not even showing any roots, you know, coming out of the bottom, drain holes, but I just really want to make sure that it gets nice, good soil that's really well suited to it. And a little bit bigger pot. That way I can let it go for at least 3 to 5 years. I won't need to repot these again because Hoyas actually do just fine if they're slightly tight in their pots. Oh, and by the way, there are many different Hoyas, many species of Hoyas, and many varieties of Hoyas. And this is the mix I use for them all. And there's another thing I want to say about the mix. If you live in an apartment and you don't have all these ingredients, don't worry. If you can do like half succulent and cactus mix and half potting soil, that'll be fine too. I do a lot of repotting, so I have all these ingredients on hand at all times. So, well, not at all times. Come on, Nell. Sometimes I'm out of something, but I usually have these all on hand, so that's why I use them. And this is like the optimum mix, so if you don't have it, don't worry. So when am I doing this? It is mid-May, and I am not really concerned about the flowering, so I am doing it now. I'll put more in the post about the timing and all that, but for me, I just want to get them in these pots. Also, too, I'm in Tucson, Arizona, and it gets really hot here in the summer, so it's hard to do more than one video outdoors at a time. So I'm trying to get all these repotting videos done before it gets too hot here. Okay, up close so you can see what's going on. Actually, I will just touch briefly on the good time to repot. It's like April through like July is a great time to repot Hoyas. And this one, these two I got the coffee filters over the drain holes so it doesn't all go out. As I said, all mixed up here, so I'll start with this one. And let me get a little bit in the bottom of the pot. It looks like I need about 2 to 3 inches on this one. Just going to put it right in here and see. Oh, nope. Need a bit more. That's what you have to do. You have to play around with that and see. There we go. That should be good on this one. And oops, I have to zip on over and get the worm compost and the compost. I just kind of press on the sides of the pot to get the plant out. There we go. Here we go. And as you can see, the roots are pretty fine on these. Nothing too thick or crazy. And there's one other important thing I want to say is that I always make sure the plants are watered before I repot them. I usually don't water them the day I repot them so they're not too soaked, but I water them a couple days before I know I'm going to repot them because you don't want to repot a stressed plant. You want one that is happy and well watered so it goes into its new home like, whew, feeling good. Okay, so here's how much mix I have in there. Close up on the roots. As you can see, they aren't thick at all. And then there's my special blend. See, it looks like it's planted in straight potting soil. And that's oftentimes, what the growers do. That's why I like to repot things into my own mix I prefer. Oops. Looks like I need some more in here. Because some fell out of the bottom. And you also have to remember that the plant is going to sink a little bit in this mix. All right, let's see how this goes. A little bit more. There we go. Wow. I can't believe this white pot is getting so dirty. I just spray painted this morning. It's like me with white clothes. I love white, but it's hard, it's hard for me to wear it because I get it dirty. Okay. So now I'm going to go in and just fill in, I do with my hands. I will mix up the mix as I'm doing it, just to make sure it stays all nice and blended. And if you've seen any of my repotting, videos, it's hard to be neat when you're repotting. So if you see anybody repotting who's really neat, it's like, huh? Are you really doing it? Okay, so now I have some in there. So I'm going to go in and put a little bit of compost right around here, probably about a 1/2 inch layer all the way around, because it's really going to love this, because most Hoyas are epiphytes, just like bromeliads and orchids and the Christmas cactus. I repotted like a little while ago, and they grow on the or they grow underneath the canopy of plants, so they're used to having a lot of nice plant matter fall on them, rich organic matter. So that's why I put in some more compost too, just like they're living in the rainforest. So here's my pretty little variegated Hoya all done. I love this one because I love the chartreuse, and I love these sort of, they have sort of reddish stems to them. So I went in, I filled in with the rest of my special mix. Now I'm going to top with the worm compost, because just about a 1/4 inch layer at the most. And I kind of pack around here because this is a light mix, so I just sort of make sure it's patted down. And you just gotta pull those leaves back and tuck it on in there. And I go all the way around because, the roots go all the way around the plant, so obviously. So I just want to make sure it's all the way around on the top, and that is it. So now I'm going to do the Hoya obovata exactly the same way. And then I'm going to clean up, I'm going to show you them both. And I'm going to tell you how I'm going to care for them while they are settling into their new pots. And this one is a little bit bigger pot, and this soil is down, as I said, so I'm just going to have to put a little bit more mix into this one. So I will be back in about 5 minutes. I'm just going to jump in and show you the root system of my obovata. As I said, it's been in this pot for 3 years. Who knows how long it was in this pot before. And these roots are a little bit more robust. As you can see, the stems are a lot thicker on this Hoya than the other one. But still, the roots aren't that aggressive or huge, or even that pot bound at the bottom. So that's why I do not rush to repot my Hoyas, because they don't have a huge root system, not like pothos or something that has a really thick root system to it. The quail are so noisy at this time of day. They're really noisy. Those are actually doves, but the quails are around, and they're really noisy in the morning, and at this time of the afternoon it's right around 5. But I just wanted to do this Hoya video for you because this is probably more the size you have, not the ginormous Hoya topiary that I have on my side patio. So it's really easy to do, doesn't take a lot of time at all. Takes me a little more time because I have to haul everything out here, and I have to film, and I take pictures and everything, but still, it wasn't that bad at all. And as I said, I don't do it too often, so don't rush to repot your Hoyas every year. And I have another video I'm going to film before the light draws nigh, about planting the baby rubber plant cuttings. So if I've forgotten to say anything about this, it'll be in the blog post, because I do the videos first and then I do the blog post, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to say that, because I don't script them out. This is just something I've been doing for a while, so it's what I do from experience, and I'm passing it on to you. Oh, I know what I was gonna forget, the Aftercare. So these were both very wet when I planted them. The soil, the mix that they went into was not. But I'm going to let them settle in for like a day or two. We're a little bit cooler now. We're not in the 90s. We're going to be like in the low 80s. So I'll probably let them settle in for 2 days, and then I will give them a good thorough watering. And then they're going to go right into their normal spots. Hoyas like bright, indirect light. And I will water them probably now every week. I was watering them a little more often because they were in smaller pots. The soil didn't have as much, and the mix didn't have as much good stuff in them. So I will probably water them every week. But you have to remember too, again, I am in the desert where we get a lot of sun and a lot of warm temperatures. And just as a side note, another reason this obovata might be a little bit pale is I had it in a window. It's an east window. It only got sun up until like maybe 9:30, 10. But the sun is getting strong now. So it might have been getting a little more sun than it liked. So about 2 weeks ago, I moved it on my fireplace on the hearth. So between the new exposure and the new soil mix, it should be just fine. But that's one thing I want to say too. You might have to move your house plants in the summer or winter to different spots because the sun is different, the exposure is different, and also the temperatures are different too. And it's a little while later, and here's the Hoya rubra hanging in the kitchen. You can see how this looks. And the reason why I like this tray method is it's an automatic saucer underneath. So I will leave this the link to this hanger in the post, if I didn't already say that, and down below, because I got it on Amazon. So I hope you have found this video about repotting smaller Hoyas to be helpful. And I have a lot more videos coming your way, so stay tuned for those. I still have a bunch on repotting coming your way, along with other things. Let's see. Oh yes, I thank you for all your likes and your subscribes. I really appreciate them. Now let's get out in our gardens or into our indoor gardens and make our worlds a more beautiful place. As always, I thank you so much for watching. I thank you, and I will catch you in the next video.